My name is Kulani. My surname is Mthombeni. I'm the firstborn of my parents. My father is late. Currently, I still have my mother. And then I have two siblings. It's a guy after me, and then a younger sister who's the youngest. And I'm married. I've been married for 7 years. Wow. And I'm also blessed with one daughter for now. Hoping to add more boys. I studied at University of Johannesburg. I've been working in this industry for quite some time now. Yeah, it has been an interesting journey, and also I'm a born again Christian. I love the Lord dearly so. And even in my spare time, I'm at church. I'm doing something. I find pleasure in serving God. Yeah, I'm in Limpopo, Giyani. Yeah, section F. I went to school. I started in one of our villages back home, where my father is from. And then I moved to the other village where my mother is from. Then I think when I was doing, they call it what now? I think it's B. And then when I started doing one, I went to Giyani. So that's where my parents, built their house. I was staying with them, and then I went to the nearest primary there. I went to the high school there until I'm here and I'm on Joburg. I passed my matric and then I came to Joburg. I work at the lab manager. So we were about food safety. We're about saving lives. So the impact of what we do on site, it's impacting thousands and millions of people out there. So on a day-to-day basis, we receive samples from our clients that would be testing different organisms as per requested, and then we give them the best quality results. So I'm in charge of that, as the lab manager, to make sure that everything is running in a day-to-day basis, even in a week basis. Tell you this story, interesting one though. So when I was doing my, I think when I was doing grade 10. When you had to choose, your streams and all that, I chose physics, but you're still young, you don't know so much. There's no graduate at home, so your knowledge is limited. So when I did that, and I went to grade 11, still not sure what I'm gonna do, and then I started searching. I searched about careers, courses. I started asking around, and I fell in love with being a pharmacist. I wanted to be a pharmacist, I wanted to be a pharmacist big time. I even went to interviews at, TUT and Medunsa, but unfortunately I couldn't get spaces and all that. And, after you've passed your matric, you don't have that patience. The first university that gives you an opportunity, you jump into it, So when I was waiting, I was on, I think TUT said I'm on a waiting list. And then UJ said there's a space, and before that I knew about biotechnology, because when you check pharmacists, they are sort of related in a way that there is a stream where where even if you have a biotechnology, when you do your BTech, you can do a pharmacist entry level. So somehow I chose that as my second choice in my courses. But I wanted to be a pharmacist. Is it too late? I'm not sure, but yeah. With this line, being biotechnology or being a microbiologist, I think I've grown so much. I've acquired so much knowledge. I've learned a lot, and I think for me, it's just to better where I am going forward. If I were to sort of venture into that angle, it could be in a different form, not letting go of what currently I'm doing, because I really, really, really love what I'm doing. The first years has taught me a lot, and it's interesting, fun how a small thing as called a microorganism can have such huge impact. The listeria scandal, as an example, So and I don't want to also venture into another field. I think I even enjoy the food side of it. I think it's more interesting for me, not because I love food, but just because it's interesting, I was still working. I'm not sure if I can be mentioning other companies' names. Okay, so I was still working somewhere. I happened to know someone who knows Santi. So while I was working, I was not really, really happy, and they kept on telling me, call this lady, she will help you, call this lady. So this day, I had just when you heart fall, you're like, let me try it out. Who's Santi? Because they gave me the number, and then I called Santi. And hey, Santi, it's cool, and I got your numbers from, she knows the person. Even now, she still communicate with the person. And then Santi's like, no, this is the lab that's going to open, somewhere in Randburg. You can try your luck there. I think she gave me the email address, and I submitted my CV. And then that's how I got to the who's Santi. And then I went to, Google and check who's Santi. Oh, so Santi, there's Vinay, these alphas. I'm like, who are these guys, Which part of the world are they from? What are they here to do? What is their business? And then funny enough, when I got to that company, I was interviewed by Vinay. Even when I started, the introduction phase, I was Vinay, and so loud person, but beautiful at heart. And I like the guy, and I remember I asked his numbers. I'm like, hey man, I like how you're taking charge in the lab, how you just, your presence and your knowledge about micro, and I'm still new. Oh, let me say I'm still new because I have like 2-3 years experience, and there's someone who's talking so boldly, so with confidence, with so much respect, and being considerate of people. And then he gave me his numbers. The rest is history. Every time now and then I would ask questions. I would call Vinay, ask, I spent so much time asking Vinay questions, and that's when I got to even, so I don't remember the year. Was it 2017, if not 16, something like that. Yeah. And it's like something in it says you still have an opportunity to better your life. It's more of better your family, better your career. So there's just something about me that always want to, I want to make myself better, make my space better, make my family better. And I believe so much in impact. I want to impact, as many as I can. It could be through my career. It could be through the gospel, of Christ. As I said, I'm a born again Christian. So I just have this love for changing people, or maybe giving people what I know, and then they would then decide on what they will do. But the biggest motivations of it all, it's my family, yeah. It's because when I look at MiChem, I look at VGR, right? It's pretty much of what I believe in. So it is so simple for me to every day wake up and I said I'm looking forward to going to the working space, because I'm about impacting lives, and VGL is about impacting lives, about changing someone's life. So for me, it's more of I've been so what can I say? I'm in an environment where my personal values, can even grow, even when it comes to career, because it's sort of like the same thing, I'm given an environment to say, grow as you want to become, and then you touch many lives as you can through this career, through the opportunity that has been granted to you. I'm not sure if I've answered you correctly right there. Simple to join, eh? It was so simple for me to join MiChem and VGL family. You know, maybe the first thing might be you look at their values and what they believe in, you know, and as a person who has been working in different environments, you're thinking, is there somebody who can, you know, think of you as a person, and they think of you as somebody they can call family rather than just an employee, you know? So it was so simple for me to join. And what does it mean? For me, it means a stepping stone, you know, to achieving greater things. It's really a big stepping stone in this sense of I know how, you know, VGL wants to change, or MiChem want to change lives out there. And for me, they've given me an opportunity to be part of that change. Because before we talk about the change in the world, let's talk about the change in us, or the change about us. You know, I don't believe you can give something you don't have, you know. So for me, it's more of it's a stepping stone. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity that happens once in a lifetime. Hence, I grabbed it with both hands, and yeah, and hopefully everything that I desire, everything that I want to see, everything that I want to become, you know, I will become with VGL on my side, you know, with the backup, you know, the help, with the assistance, and also, you know, just being part of this family. For me, it is everything, and I'm grateful, and forever will be, you know, because a lot could have been chosen, but I mean, they chose me, and I chose them as well. So I'm grateful, forever grateful for that. I think I mentioned a few things that I'll go back to, you know, because there's a whole lot of things that is making people to struggle. Some of them it's decision making, some of them it's environment, you know, you were born in a certain space, things just, you know, you didn't choose that, you know, and etc. etc. So I will mention about 2, if not 3 things. The first thing is, you know, if you feel there's something that is wrong, or the space you are in, you could have done something about it. The first thing is, I think people should, you know, learn to forgive themselves. Like, you sit down with yourself in the mirror, you say, it's time to forgive myself. It could be the decision making that I made, you know, it could be the path that I took. You know, it has led me to frustrations, depressions. You know, people should learn how, before people can forgive you, forgive yourself. Before somebody can say, Dot, I forgive you, Dot must sit down and say, Dot, forgive Dot. You know, so that whatever that people would say about you, at the end of the day, it matters less, because you're in a space of peace yourself. You're in the space of comfort yourself. You know that, yes, probably it's something that you know about me, but I sat down and I've forgiven myself. And I think that's why I like Christianity. Christianity is about that. Forgive yourself. You know, let God be everything about your life. The second thing is, people shouldn't be hard on themselves. Like, people shouldn't be they shouldn't overthink. They shouldn't, you know, be hard on themselves. There are certain things that in life where we all want to be something. We all want to be rich. We all want to have everything. We all want to have our fridges full of food. But then if you can't afford to have those, don't sit down and now you probably maybe think negative about yourself. You know, be negative about you as a person. Oh, it means I'm nothing. No, you are something. For the fact that you're going through certain things, but you still have an opportunity to better stuff while you're still alive. Don't be hard on yourself. Sit down. Where you need to learn. Where you need to grow. Where you need to be strong. Where you need to be weak. Where you need to cry. But don't be hard on yourself. You know, it will I always say it will get better with time. The greatest element is time. As long as God has given me an opportunity to wake up in the morning, I know that a living dog is better than a dead lion. As much as a lion is strong, but if it's gone, it's dead. But the dog can go find a bone and crack it and have some nutrients, and it lives another day. So people shouldn't be hard on themselves. Yeah, and and the last one would be for me to say to someone out there, and I said forgiveness. I spoke about forgiving yourself. Oh, don't be hard on yourself. And this last one, I love this one. Give yourself a second chance. Let's do it again. Let's try it again. As much as I was hurt, let me try it again. If in the working space, there might not be a whole lot of MiChem dynamics out there that would create a better environment for you. But how about you sit down and you say, I want to try it again. I want to try. But then trying again, it simply means obvious with a different angle, with a better experience, with a better approach. But you must learn sometimes to try again. It could be love. Let me talk about love. God is about love. Let me even dwell them. People are scared to laugh because they've been hurt. But what if you give it a chance? You try again. You find the best partner that your heart has been longing for. You know what I'm trying to say? If it's about the changing of your family, and probably your career failed, you did this course, it's not working out. How about you try again, but maybe try again in a different way. You try a different course, you try a different approach, you try a different business idea, but try again. Don't just let it die, because there's still an opportunity for you. For the fact that you're still breathing, there's an opportunity for you. I think the Bible says, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. That simply means that for the reason that you're still breathing, there's something about you that whosoever doesn't have breath, they don't have. And that is try again. That's my 3 stuff. The last one, try again. Let's try again, Todd. Let's try again too. I know we might have lost kids. I know people lost kids. They've buried their loved ones. But if God permits, have kids. Don't be scared of, maybe you went through a process of struggling. Don't be scared. It's part of the journey, but try again. But obvious experience will teach you, life will teach you, but then don't deprive yourself from trying again, and even doing it even more better and better and better and better and better, because there's beauty at the other side. Unless you reach the other side, you'll never know. Unless you meet the right person, there's beautiful love out there, you'll never know. So let's try again. That's me. Simple. It can start from, how do you define leadership? As a leader, I think before you probably become a leader, define it for yourself. What does leadership means to you as a leader? And the way you understand leadership, it shouldn't be about the definition. It should be you becoming the definition. So if you're saying that you're a leader and you define leadership as in somebody who must love people, be that love to people, because now you've got an opportunity to be the definition of leadership. And I always say, guys, as we leaders, we shouldn't lead from the back. Let us lead from the front. Let us allow people to see us for who we are and what we expect them to become, and we be transparent to them on how we want them to sort of being led by us. We define everything. So for me is I don't want to put words of definitions. Most people, when you ask them about leadership, they give you definitions, and definitions are nice English, nice wordings. But for me, it's beyond that. It's not about the wordings and definitions. It's for me, it's to become those definitions, to become those realities. If leadership for you, it has to do with leading with love. Don't just read it, become it. Lead with love, live with integrity, lead with honesty. Become that which we have been reading books. I think I'm tired to read books now. It's time that when people, we are leading, when they sit down, they look at God, they look, I'm safe. I know with God I'm safe. Because that which they read 20 years back is a true reflection of what you've become as a person. So for me, when to talk about leaders and to get the best out of people, it's not to manipulate them, it's to be real, to be realistic towards them, it's to be true to yourself and make your intentions pure and clear to them. Communicate your expectations to them, and always applaud people for doing good. I'm telling you, just appreciate. It has nothing to do with money or food. No, just words. Kulani, I appreciate you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm telling you, the next time I want to do 7, 8, 9, and 10, because I want you to continue seeing the good things that I do. So let's not take people for granted. Let us not misuse positions. Let us not misuse influence. Let us serve people accordingly. The last one, when I talk about leadership, is I say leadership is to serve. My status is, most of the time it says born to serve. That's leadership. Even when we look at somewhere in the Bible, Jesus said, I came to serve. As much as he's king, he's serving. Someone who's a leader, somebody who serves. If you're a leader, you don't serve, yeah, there's a problem. So for me, leadership is about serving. And when you talk about serving, you talk about service. And then give the right service to people. Believe you me, what you give to people, you're gonna receive it back. Give women, you buy groceries for women, right? And then they say women would give you food. You didn't give them food, you gave them groceries, but they will cook. Suddenly they mix the spinach with, and it's become, now when they give you, it's something for you now to enjoy. That's leadership. You give people something and you treat them well. They're gonna brush it, they're gonna cook it, they're gonna be productive, they're gonna be effective, and they give you back. Who's gonna enjoy the profits? You. But if you know that way of such, the people in these organizations are from a different planet. You're in a space where you might think that you're dealing with people who have never been hurt, who have never been betrayed, that has never experienced the hardship of life. But in reality, they've experienced everything. But wow, the environment, it's just different. The airflow, if there is such, it's just different. The people in these organizations are so welcoming, from top, to everybody. And that excites me. It's like, what kind of world are you guys building? Because I want to dwell and live in that world forever. So it just the people in this organization, and also how they let you become you. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. They let you become you, and then they deal with you for being you. That's, for me, it's everything. Not trying to change or enforce change, but let me become what I always believed in. And also the work that I do, it excites me. I like management. I think if anyone was to take me out of where I'm currently in, it has to be in the angle of management. I always believe that when you're in management, I would bring sort of influence change, influence good working space, a good environment. So and now when I'm in management or in the leadership space, I've got an opportunity to enforce, to make sure some people, they don't go through what I had to go through, the racism and all that. So it excites me. Management in my career. Thought if you're looking for a manager, call me. It excites me. Like I like that about also the part of my job, and as the company, it's the people, the environment, it's everything to me. Life is full of surprises, good or bad. It will always surprises you. You know, you think everything is under control, push, everything is falling apart. But here's my motive. Where's my motivation? Let us learn to brag about the small victories. You see, every time you come across anything in life and you feel like there's no way out, always remember that day, that year, when you never thought it was possible. You never thought, Kulani, you would be a manager at MiChem and VGR, you know, and somehow you are here. What does it tell you? It tells you that in life, always celebrate those small victories. Those, usually when you conquer something, it shows you that you can always just progress. You keep on progressing. So as much as people would face, you know, hardships and my last word for them is, or for myself as well, is to say, Kulani, in the space you are in life, it could be good or bad. Don't forget the small victories that made you to be who you are. Certain hardships, they make us, they create us, they mold us. I want to tell you a known secret, Dot. They say gold, it's from a stone. But what happened to the stone? It's so demanding. They say they apply fire, like they burn the stone. They purify the stone. They clean the stone. They heat the stone. But at the end of the day, everyone is crying and is looking for gold. Look at where it's from. All I'm saying is, look at where you're from. Look at where you are. It has made you a better person. Always look back, reflect back with confidence to say that even where I am, I can surely still go forward, because I once passed through certain things. I will surely continue to go forward. In simple terms, I'm saying is celebrate small or big wins. Never forget to just tap yourself on the shoulder. You're like, Kulani, you're doing well. Even though it's hard, you have done well to be where you are. If I'm facing difficult challenges because I'm a manager, it's challenges of being a manager. Kulani, you've done well to be a manager. You've done well to be a father. You get on trying to say, so you just tap yourself on the shoulder and you say, you've done well.